Alright, so I am sitting here waiting for Jay to get out of school, and I thought I would knock out a little video and do a little hand stitching on a passport cover that I'm working on for him and his brother. I got some of this Crazy Horse leather. I did one in brown, and I'm doing the other one in black because they don't like to be alike. So what I'm doing right now is just stitching the card sleeve onto the inside insert. So make sure that these are kind of the same. All right. Sometimes you have to do this when you are when you got kids in school and you're doing a lot of waiting. You end up doing a lot of your work while you're in the car, or at least I do, because I have a lot of stuff going on. I work full-time, I train for triathlons and runs, and then I try to make stuff, and I'm a parent. So I'm busy, and I just try to maximize my time, which I'm sure most of you do too. I know I'm not the only one that does that. And I don't have a very proper setup here in the truck for videoing. So I've just got the phone in the sun visor. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. I'd already punched out my holes with a stitching chisel, and this is the rustic gray Crazy Horse chrome tan leather, and instead of using black thread, I decided to use the gray tiger thread. I think it matches really well. Again, this is for a passport cover for my kids, so it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, but I do take pride in everything that I make. And when I make stuff for the kids, it allows me to practice color combinations, because I'm sure there are some people that are very talented and can picture that in their brain, what the colors look like together, but I am more of a hands-on kind of guy, and I need to see it in person. The needles I'm using are the John James, the 004. This thread is the tiger thread in gray, and it is the 0.8 millimeter. I believe, I'm absolutely sure that's what I grabbed. I hand stitched just about everything. If it's not hand stitched, it's riveted. I don't have a dedicated sewing machine. Not really something that I'm going to be doing anytime soon, as I like to make special projects, one-offs, and there's just something about doing this by hand that I just really enjoy. I'll probably make some proper videos, but for right now, I think this will do. I think you probably get the idea of what I'm doing here. There's also a million videos on hand stitching on YouTube and TikTok. This is a hand stitch or saddle stitch. It's the strongest stitch. You can make. Definitely kind of overkill for, oh, I went through my thread. There we go. Definitely overkill for a one card holder sleeve, but I like the way it looks and I just like to do it. This is all, I like the saddle stitch as much as I enjoyed cutting dovetails when I used to build custom furniture. It's just something about the technique that is comforting, and I just enjoy it. It's very, very therapeutic. It's repetitive. It produces a good, nice look in the end. A little background on me. I have been doing leather work for probably about 3 years now. I got started at the beginning of the pandemic. I got sent home from my job for a few weeks, and I really wasn't building anything at that time as far as furniture, and I decided to try out a different craft, and I kind of settled on leather work. It was kind of something that had a low barrier of entry as far as getting materials and tools. There is a Tandy store by me that I was able to get some of the first tools, and then I educated myself on, I educated myself reading some books that I picked up from Tandy, and I also started watching videos on YouTube. Shout out to STR Handmade and Quarter Leather. Those are the two that I've watched a lot of. Oh, and shout out to Charter Made. Learned a lot from him as well. I'm sure there's some other ones, but STR Handmade and Quarter and Charter Made were the ones that I watched the most of and kind of followed, and really liked the stuff that they were making. I'm trying to finish this up before Jay comes out of his school. I don't know if I'm gonna get done by the time he gets out or not. So anyways, yeah, I've been doing this for about 3 years now. I enjoy it. I've made lots of bifolds, many different flavors, lots of card holders. Here lately I've been getting into more of the home goods. I've made some valet trays. I've even made curtain rod holders that seem to be very popular. I just like doing a little bit of everything. Anything that I can expand my knowledge base on is very interesting to me. Anything that pushes my skills. And I'm very new to this, so I still have a lot to learn. I don't get a whole lot of time to practice this craft, but there are some things that I want to try out in the future. I would like to try my hand at painted edges. I'd like to make a few more belts. I've made 2 for myself. I was really happy with the last one that I did. I do sell some things. I don't usually provide things to sell unless it's something I am absolutely comfortable with and feel like I have made it to the best of my ability. Sometimes it's kind of hard for me because I do tend to be kind of critical about the things that I do make. So I kind of work out of my place. I do have a garage with a small setup. Everything I use is a hand tool. I did the same thing when I built furniture. Everything I did was by hand, except for milling the lumber. I would do that with a bandsaw and thickness planer and a table saw. But all the joinery and assembling, everything was done by hand. And I kind of do the same thing with the leather work. I really enjoy it. It makes for a quiet environment. Makes for an enjoyable process. I don't know if I'll ever get into mass producing things where it would require me to use a sewing machine or anything of the like. I just kind of enjoy doing this in what little free time I have, and I like making gifts. And like I said, I do sell a few things. I will make custom things as long as it's similar to something that I've made before and I feel competent that I can provide an excellent product that I would be happy to own myself. I've made quite a few passport covers and notebook covers. I do make planner covers, bifolds and card holders are the most common thing that I make. Looks like I'm actually going to be able to finish this before Jay comes out of school. All right, I'm coming up on the end here. So I'll do these 2 stitches and then I'll backstitch by hand a couple of stitches just for strength, because on the pockets the most stress is here at the opening. So there we go, just like that. And now we're going to go back one, there's one. Now we're going to take the one from the back side and this is the part where you have to kind of watch what you're doing, because you don't want to kind of going through some threads here. I think that's got it. All right, we'll pull it through, and then one more. And it is starting to rain, so I'm going to cut this video short. But there we go. Got them pulled back through the back.